Hello, Aquarius. Haley with Tarot from Beyond, here to provide you with your January general. Of course, this will not apply to everybody, but if it does resonate, I ask that you hit like and subscribe. And for those interested in a private reading, that information is in the description box. Now, I've been having some serious haters get on my page, and I'm going to say this on every single one of my readings, talking about I'm a gold digger and all I want is your money. Let me tell you something. I had a period of being sick for 2 weeks. I did my best to keep up with everybody. As a matter of fact, there were certain people that I would call on several occasions, and either they would not answer or I could not reach them. After 3 attempts of me trying to reach you, after you have paid for your reading, I don't know how long you expect me to continue to try to reach you. I'm going to either need you to send me an email and let me know when we can reschedule. You paid for your reading, so I'm going to deliver. I don't take people's money and just run off, okay? Nice try. That ain't me, all right? So all you haters on here talking about I'm a fake and this and that, don't disrespect my craft, okay? I'm going to start off like that, okay? Now, Aquarius. With that being said, we can get into your reading, baby. Don't think that that's negative energy. That's just me letting people know what their boundaries are on my page, okay? Couple more shuffles and then we'll keep going. This is for Aquarius. Let's see what the energy is going to be looking like for January. All right, Spirit, we would like to know for Aquarius what the energy is like. Now, every time I break the cards, I'll look at what's going on, and I see the King of Cups and I see soulmate union. Okay, so I feel like a lot of you Aquarius are dealing with a soulmate, and maybe you're looking for that. Maybe you just got done dealing with that. I don't know, but let's see what Spirit has to say. Okay? So bottom of the deck is the Knight of Swords. Okay? The Knight of Swords is somebody who is aggressive. Okay? This person is a fast-moving energy, is also an air sign. Okay? Like yourself. So, first card is the Eight of Cups. I feel like you guys have walked away recently from what you could no longer handle or hold in a relationship. It was a burden, okay? The Ten of Wands represents burden, okay? Now, a lot of you walked away from a burdenous relationship, and it could be because the person that you were with was giving to more than one person. They were giving to 2 people. You understand what I'm saying? And when that happens, when somebody has to wear themselves out thin and give to 2 people, you understand what I'm saying? It's not going to be fair in your household, because this person is over here trying to jump from door to door and have different families elsewhere. Now, I feel like I'm talking to you as the mother possibly of this person's children. You understand? And then you're realizing, wait a minute, you're only supposed to be giving to me and only me, and this relationship is supposed to be about us. But you may have learned that the relationship was not just about us, and it had you feeling left out in the cold. You probably made a decision and said, no, I don't play that infidelity shit, because it had you feeling left out in the cold, and you realized that your finances were not doing well either as a result of being in this relationship with this person. Okay, so you inherited that King of Swords energy by basically saying, I'm going to cut out this person out of my life. And I feel as though it came, when you did that, you did it for the principle of it, but I feel like it was a burden at the same time, okay? And you're like, that's cool, because I'm going to start a new beginning. I'm open to new beginnings, and I'm going to grab this new beginning that the heavens are giving me, that Spirit is giving me. I've already done the introspection that I needed to do with regards to what's okay with me and what's not. And I know now what I want to manifest. That came in the same column as the Empress. Okay? So, This is a messenger of information. This also goes to show that if you walked away from somebody, somebody may be stalking, doing some kind of stalking and trying to check around and see what you're doing, and they want to know if you done found a new man or woman or whatever. But this also could mean that this person wants to talk to you, but you may be cutting them off and you may be saying, yeah, no, I'm not trying to talk to you because you've already shown me how immature you are in love. Now, the Page of Cups, a Page of Cups is a child. It's a child, okay? And then when you get these two together, I mean, there could also be a pregnancy, okay? Some of you may be pregnant, or the other person that this person was running to. So when I pulled that soulmate, when I was shuffling, it shows me that this person may have been your soulmate, but this person may have run back to their baby daddy or their baby mama or whatever, and there's a karmic lesson there that has to be learned, and that's why they ran back to this individual. But I feel like that there's been a completion there. I feel like if they did run off to go be with somebody else, I feel like that's not quite working out like how they thought it was going to work out. I feel like they realized that there was a completion for a reason. Okay? So right now you guys are focused in self-discipline with regards to what it is you want to do now. You know what you learned out of being in that relationship, and now you know what you're not going to accept anymore. Okay? This represents being focused. Okay? When you drive a car, you look forward. You don't look to the right. You don't look to the left. You know what I mean? You look forward, and you're totally aware of your imperfections. You understand what I'm saying? And you're totally aware of the good qualities and the wonderful qualities that you have right now. And I feel like right now you guys are going through a period of paying attention to who you are rather than who this other person was. I feel like you may have been placing a lot of emphasis on this other person. But look, right on top of the King of Swords, I find this very interesting because I did a personal reading today and this came up. This came right on top of each other. So I feel like whoever it is that you're dealing with, you guys are feeling the same energy. You both are like trying to cut each other out. However, I have a feeling that neither one of you are able to get each other out of each other's system. That's what I'm sensing. I feel like you're looking at this person like they were marriage material, you know? Or I feel like with this new beginning, you're looking for marriage material. But it's up in the air. The moon represents things that you don't know for sure. You don't know for sure how things are going to turn out. So a lot of you guys may be in a state of, just uncertainty right now. You might be in a state of uncertainty. I'm going to pull an oracle card before I continue. It's out of a deck called Energy Oracle Cards. No. And I just want to get a feel for what's going on here. Let's see. I want to see what the overall energy is with these oracle cards. Fifth chakra, Archangel Gabriel. This is a throat chakra. So, like when I said, like this person right here is like stalking you. They're stalking you because they want to talk to you, but they don't know how to talk to you. But they're stalking you. They want to know what you're doing. They're checking you out. They want to know, do you have a new man, a new woman? They want to know how things are going with you because they know that how they ended the relationship or what they did for the ending of the relationship. They know that they fucked up, basically. They know they fucked up, and that's why you went ahead and walked away. And this person now wants to communicate with you. That's exactly what the fifth chakra is. It's your throat chakra, okay? So I feel like communication is needed in this situation so that you can go ahead and get the closure that you need out of this relationship. If there's a final conversation that needs to be made between you and this old person, your ex or whatever, and you feel like there's no closure, then, get it. Get the closure. Call the person. Stop acting like, you can't do it or acting like, If I call them, then they're going to think I want them or da 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 da. Just get the closure. Get the closure. Call them and say, this is why the relationship ended and this is why I'm not taking you back if you've chosen not to take them back. Or if you find that after you ended the relationship, you find that you do want them back and you find that you miss them, because sometimes you don't realize how much you miss a person until you actually in the relationship. And then you find yourself out there trying to date, and then you realize that the dating scene is not like what you thought it was, and then things are not as great as you thought they would be by ending the relationship. Then by all means, you know what I mean? I feel like spirit is basically giving you the go ahead to realize that maybe this person feels the same way after you guys have been apart for a while. I feel like you guys miss each other, Aquarius. That's what I'm sensing. So let's keep going with the reading. Now, somebody is holding on tight to something. I want to see and get a clarifier on what it is. Okay, somebody is holding on tight to their freedom. Somebody is holding on to their freedom. Somebody wants their freedom. They want to be able to come and go as they please. They're holding on tight to that. They want to be able to do that. And that's probably why you walked away from this relationship, because you noticed that. And you want to nurture the relationship, but this person hasn't sold their wild oats enough, I'm assuming. You know, I feel like you were holding this King of Wands energy, and this person is holding this Knight of Wands energy. And I want you to look at the comparison. This person is a lot more immature than you are. You're a king, this person is a knight. Okay? So if this person is not on your level, there is no reason for you to continue thinking that this person's going to graduate all of a sudden. Trust me, you don't need to be a parent to a grown-ass person. Okay? You don't need to be a parent to a grown-ass person, especially if you have children together and this person continues to act like they just want to come and go as they please. This King of Wands clearly is sitting there on this throne, knows what his position is, and is actively doing what needs to be done in the relationship. And that's you, Aquarius. But this person wants to come and go as they please. Now look, here's that match. Here's a match. So you guys go from being, butting heads. You know what I mean? Because when I see a match like this, it's like you guys are having a sword fight. You know what I mean? And with this one, you guys are having like an action-oriented fight. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, I feel like you're still proving things to each other, even though you're not together anymore. It's like, let me prove this to you. Let me prove that. You know what I mean? I feel like you're single now. You're single now. And you're focusing on your finances, and you're focusing on your self-mastery and things of that nature. And that's the action that you're putting in. You're trying to balance yourself out. All right, you're balancing yourself out, by accepting the fact that this person really and truly does not understand the concept of commitment. That's what I'm feeling. I'm feeling like this person doesn't understand the concept of commitment. They're not ready for what it is that you have to offer them, bottom line. Okay? You also pulled the Fool, which gives you the green light to go ahead and just start over if you so choose. If you so choose. You can start over. Because all the hard work that you put into the relationship, if this person did not catch it, if this person cannot acknowledge it, the universe acknowledges it and is willing to go ahead and bless you and give you what you deserve based on all the work that you put into this relationship. Okay? If you put in hard work, you did the work to deserve what's coming your way. So, here's the second move on card, Aquarius. And I'm telling you, I usually like to go through a few more cards before we get to this conclusion, but I see that you've made your decision that you're going to walk away from this person because this person is just not mature enough for you. Straight up. They're not. Because if they were, you wouldn't be walking away. This Knight of Wands energy, you know what I mean? Depending on the surrounding cards will tell me what's going on, but I'm just getting a sense that this person would just run in and out the door whenever they wanted to. Just run in and out the door whenever they wanted to. And even if they're not doing anything wrong, they sure do need to win a prize for acting like they are, because they don't know how to be in one damn place at one damn time. And that becomes a real big problem, especially if you have children together. Okay? So I'm sorry if you guys had to walk away from a relationship of this caliber, but that's the most logical thing to do, especially going into this new year. You want to be, making choices that are logical. You want to make choices that are best for you. So with that being said, it's like, I see what's happening. Like this person, it's like you get into one zone, the person tries to follow suit, but it's like a day late and a dollar short. Same thing with this King of Wands, Queen of Wands. Like you go ahead and adopt a different energy, and this person wants to go ahead and follow suit, but they're not leading. So I feel like you want your partner to lead in certain areas, and they're not doing it. So with that being said, I feel like you got fed up. So to close you out, it is giving you anxiety. The Devil card popped up, and then the Hierophant, which talks about indoctrination, your thought process, your higher self, commitments. And then when you get this right here, I mean, you see the Hierophant, right? And then you see the Devil card. Now the Devil card has two people shackled together. So what do you think that means? You know what I mean? And this also represents commitment. So I feel like this person is looking at commitment like it's a bad thing. You know what I'm saying? They're looking at commitment like it's a bad thing, like it's something that's going to hold them down or shackle them. And if that's how they feel about commitments, I'm not sure that that's the person that you'd like to have a happily ever after with, right? Because the Ten of Cups represents happily ever after, being fulfilled in every way, shape, and form. And I don't think you're going to be able to be satisfied in every way, shape, or form regarding whomever it is that you're thinking about in this very moment with this reading, okay? And I feel like with this fifth chakra, that's the throat chakra, I feel like there's a lot that you'd like to say to this person. So if that's the case, how about I ask this? If it's not something nice, don't say it at all, because all you'll do is feel bad about the way that you approach the situation. You have to understand people are going to be how people are going to be, okay? And at the end of the day, you got to ask yourself, who do I want to be? If I recognize something in a relationship that is not working out for me, if I recognize that this person looks at commitment like it's a bad thing, let me get through my anxiety. Let me get through, because what's after the Nine of Swords is a Ten of Swords. It's going to be accepting the fact that you feel backstabbed, basically, by being in a relationship with somebody that probably walked into the door at one time acting like they really wanted to be committed, acting like they really wanted to be faithful, acting like they really wanted to be with you. And then at the end of the day, when the shit got hot and when it came down to them, carrying the burdens associated with being in a committed relationship, I feel like, this person didn't want to do it. They look at commitment as imprisonment. And it's not. Commitment is not imprisonment. Commitment, if you're committed to someone that you love, then it should be an honor for them to be a part of your life, a part of you guys' children's lives, so that you guys can work together as a team, do the absolute best that you can together. And I feel like with this card popping up, sorry about the glare, it's the fifth chakra. And as a matter of fact, I'm going to read it to you, okay? Given that it came out of this book, I want to read it to you. Fifth chakra, Archangel Gabriel. Gabriel is the angel of communication, okay? So I'm going to read that to you and then we will conclude, okay? Gabriel holds his trumpet in one hand and a beautiful orb of blue light in the other. He is sending powerful energy to your throat center, acknowledging your power to communicate and your readiness to do so. This angel opens you up to truthful expression, both with yourself and others. You may have had trouble with expressing emotions and ideas in the past, but Gabriel is here to let you know that your soul longs to take this leap now. Be aware that true communication includes how you speak to yourself, so never deny your profound, integral value. Speak up for yourself. Write in your journal. Let your words flow. Now is the time to express yourself freely and fully, and the universe always honors your choice to do so. This card could also indicate that a communication project is coming, or a time of heightened communication with spirit and telepathy with others. So, again, obviously, we're talking about communication. So, communication could have been the reason why the relationship ended, and that may be something that you might want to work on. Maybe you were the person that just did not know how to communicate why the relationship ended. You may not be able to, maybe you or your partner, there were some communication issues in the relationship. And let me tell you something, I totally understand that, because if a person does not know how to communicate, they don't know how to express their feelings, they don't know how to express what's really going on, then how can you make any changes along the way in the relationship if the person does not know how to articulate what it is that their problem is in the relationship? Does that make sense? The person is not a good communicator. Oh, but they're a good action taker. I'll tell you that. They're a good action taker. Because when it comes to commitment, they look at it like it's like some kind of burden or some kind of bad thing. You know what I mean? They're looking at commitment like you're trying to shackle them or hold them down, because they want to just run free and do whatever the hell they want to do. Straight up, that's what I'm seeing in these cards. That's what I'm seeing as to why you got your ass and said, yo, I'm turning around and I'm walking away in pursuit of happiness, because you're not giving me the happiness I'm looking for. And I'm pretty sure you already let this person know that they need to use their damn throat chakra and communicate properly. And this person just was not doing it. So if they're not communicating properly and they're not doing and fulfilling the family duties and stuff like that, I feel like a lot of you ended like straight marriages. The Hierophant represents commitment. I feel like some of you were married to these people. And if not, damn sure, damn near close enough. You guys had kids together or something. You guys had a home together of some sort. You guys had a home together, but now you're single. You're single. And see, this completion right here tells me even if this person was playing around outside of the relationship, that's over. I can tell you that part. There's completion there. But I will tell you, this person probably still does not have what it takes to actually be committed. And with that being said, that's something that you have to consider when considering going back to this person. Don't play yourself. Treat yourself by using this time to think about yourself, think about what it is that you want to do, how you want to grow, and what it is that you want to do in the future. Don't take this person with you, because this person has some things that they got to deal with. You've been given the Fool. That's a major arcana. It's the very first card in the major arcana, okay? You've been given the opportunity to have a fresh new beginning. Spirit is giving you the A-okay to go ahead and do that. You know what I mean? Sometimes I would advise staying in a relationship with somebody if they're not doing things that are just completely asinine. But I feel like this person is creating too much stress and anxiety when really and truly they should be bringing in this. They should be bringing in happiness. But see, you have this stress and anxiety, right? And what's in between this? What is the matter of the heart in between this, Aquarius? The matter of the heart is that this person looks at commitment like it's a bad thing. They don't want to settle down. They want to run around is what they want to do. They want to run around. And I think you got that point, right? So now, part of you feels rejected because you feel like, okay, this person didn't find that I was important enough for them to actually stay seated long enough to actually be a parent or be committed in the relationship and give to the relationship what is needed, And so that happily ever after did not happen with this person. However, given that this is your very last card in this reading, I feel like you did move on, and what you're going to get at the end of the day, you are going to get your wish fulfillment, but not with this last person that you were in this relationship with. Now, this does not go for everybody. Some people will be able to reconcile. Some people will be able to work it out, because there were a lot of breakups last year. So now the dust has settled, and some people are coming back saying, hey, I was without you for a certain amount of time, and now I know that whatever it was that I was doing that I thought was so important, now I'm realizing that it's not as important as our family. It's not as important as me and you. And I feel like this person's going to come with that throat chakra, and they're going to communicate that to you. Now the question is, how are you going to respond when this person communicates to you? Because this is a messenger of information right here. This is a messenger of information. The Page of Swords is a messenger of information, and this throat chakra oracle card reiterates that. You may be hearing news from this person. You may be hearing from this person soon. They may be coming at you ready to start anew with you. Okay? They may be ready to start anew. But the question is, do you trust them? So I'm going to name that, do you trust them? Because I feel like what they have shown you in the past is no bueno. And I feel like you would have to like see a serious change. So if this person comes at you and they want to reconcile, I would hear them out, but I would also take a look at their actions, not just what they say. Now 39, 9 plus 3 is 12, and 2 plus 1 is 3. 3 is the number of ascended masters and your prayers being answered. So for some of you, if you're asking for reconciliation, I feel like you will get it, because I feel like this person wants to communicate with you. All right. So if they want to communicate with you, you know, for those of you who are not giving your partner or ex-partner a chance to speak or a chance to get their point across or whatever, hear them out, hear what they're talking about. And if they're saying anything that is positive, I recommend always that families stay together. And yes, families go through shit. You have your hills and your valleys. You understand what I'm saying? So with that being said, I'm going to name this one communication, baby, because I do believe your ex is going to try to come forward and let you know that they spent enough time away from you to know that they don't want to live without you. That's what I'm sensing here. They disrespected commitment, and I feel like now they're at a place where they don't want to do that anymore. All right, Aquarius, that's what's up. Namaste.